Welcome back to What She Said on Canada Talks, Sirius XM 167.
You know, Kate, one of the greatest things about summer is camp.
It sure is.
Yep.
I never went to camp.
You never went to camp?
I didn't grow up in Canada. It's such
Okay.
a Canadian thing. I mean, I spent my youth and teenage years in England and Australia, where it's not you're outdoors, but you're at the beach and there's not.
But as a parent, you sent your kids to camp.
Right away, 6 years on and gone.
Me too. So we have guests joining us in studio who are all about camp and all about helping other people get to camp.
We have Kate Horton, who is Amici's Camping Charities Executive Director, and we have Mina Sanova, who is a camp alumni.
All that and more.
All that and more. So, Kate, let's start with you. Tell us about what goes on with this camp and how it works.
Sure. So our organization, Amici, has been around for a while, since the late 60s. Actually, next year's our 50th anniversary. And for that whole entire time, we've had one mission, which is to support at-risk children and youth to attend one of 35 currently different partner camps across the province of Ontario. So we partner with community organizations who help us identify kids who might not have an opportunity to go to summer camp. And then we support those kids at one of our partner camps for as many summers as they want to return.
Wow.
That's really the key to our program. Is 2 weeks at camp, if you go once, is amazing. You'll eat some marshmallows, you'll sing some songs, you'll have a campfire. It's lots of fun. But the real benefit, as Mina will tell you, comes from developing those relationships and those experiences and those skills over many, many, many summers. And that's what we're all about.
So, Mina, you are some kind of an alum person.
A camper.
I just almost got caught in the trap Kate was in. But tell us about how you came to be part of the camp.
So Amici is actually an organization that's really close to my heart. I actually came to Canada with my family from Europe when I was 10 years old. And I didn't even really know what camp was.
Exactly.
There you go.
And I think a lot of kids, even kids that are born here, don't have the experience to understand that. So my mom actually found out about it through a friend who had gone through Amici. And then she asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. And I said, sure. But again, I had no idea what it really was. And I ended up being placed at a camp called Tanamacoon. And I went there for 6 years in a row. I ended up being part of their counselor and training leadership program. And it's just been etched into my heart as an experience that will forever stay with me.
So you're still going back? You're still a counselor? Or
No, not anymore, unfortunately. It's been probably about 7 years since I've been there, but I have been going back for some canoe trips in Algonquin, and we'll continue to do that.
Okay, so let's talk canoeing, because there's a big event happening, right?
Yes.
It involves canoes.
Tomorrow is our big event. It's our major annual fundraiser, and it's called Canoe Heads for Kids.
Canoe heads.
And only campers, right, could come up with Canoe Heads for Kids. And it's a one-day urban canoe trip across the Toronto waterfront. So we have 130 people in 20 different teams that will be portaging and paddling 15 kilometers in total. So they carry about 60 boats from Harbourfront west to the Humber, put the boats in the water, and paddle back all in a day. And they've collected so far over $120,000 in pledges to support kids going to camp this summer. And
That's awesome.
And it sounds like fun.
it's really fun. And the reason it's fun is because it's just like camp. It's a challenge. It's a little bit intimidating. It's going to be difficult, but you're in a team with people who you trust. You have each other's backs, and you get through it. And then at the end of the day, you have a good laugh. So it's really been resonating with a lot of former campers who want to come and participate and relive those camp days and know that they're making a difference while they're doing that.
So how much does Amici need to get to send one kid to camp?
So with our under our program, our partner camps actually match every dollar that we spend on programming, which really accelerates the number of kids that we're able to send. So typically our campers will go for a 2-week session, and every 2-week session costs us about $1,000. So each one of our participants tomorrow has made a pledge to do their best to raise enough to support one camper this summer.
That's awesome. Now TD, one of our friends, is also one of your big friends, right?
TD has been a huge sponsor of the event. They're a presenting sponsor of the event this year and have been for a few years. And they really believe in leadership, and access to leadership, leadership being something that is not just for a few people, that should be opportunities that are given to everybody. And so through their support of our leadership programs and summer camp, we've had a lot of success.
That's great. Now, you went, Mina, for six years? You went to
6
camp?
years, yeah.
So what kind of message do you want to spread about what this camp does for kids?
Well, there are so many unique advantages and benefits to sending your kids to camp that I truly believe it's something that should be a right for every child to experience, from building independence to the friendships and the support and the community, that friends that last a lifetime. It's a great place to promote unstructured play, which is something that we don't get with kids anymore. They don't get to play outside as much with all the technology that we have, and with being chaperoned from activity to activity during the school year. Camp is a place where you can really let go and be free and be a child, and it's still a place where true childhood really lives on. So I think that's probably one of the most important things about camp.
Now, Kate, how do you identify? I mean, it says at-risk youth. What makes an at-risk youth? What qualifies?
So we partner with a number of community organizations, TDSB, social workers, community organizations that are working in high priority areas of the city where many families struggle to provide quality outdoor recreational experiences for their kids. And so with those partners in mind, we ask for their help in identifying kids who have great potential but not great access. And so through that collaboration, we really identify the kids who would most benefit and then build that partnership with their families. So with Mina's family, for example, or other families that we've known for 6, 7, 8, sometimes more years if there's siblings involved. And we get a lot of feedback from parents that say, thank you for being a partner in helping me raise my child, because I see the skills that they get at camp in innovation, collaboration, resilience are different from what they develop maybe at school or at home.
I was going to say, you must be able to take some of those skills, like Mina would be able to speak to this, that these skills that you're getting at camp, so from socialization to different physical skills and everything else, and how you translate that into your school, that must really help you as you return to school.
Yeah, absolutely. Every summer you come back and you're a different person. Even after the first summer that I went, I came back and my friends all said, "You're a little bit different." And I was just a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more confident, and I felt like my world had widened up all of a sudden.
So what was it that you? I don't mean to pry, but I'm going to. I mean, why did you go? Was it just because you were a newcomer, you didn't know how to fit in, or did you have a specific issue?
Nope, not at all. My mom just asked me if it was something that I'd be interested in doing, if just as a fun activity for the summer. And I said, sure. And
it grew from there.
Yeah.
It
really was. I did not know what I was getting myself into.
And then what I remember most about when you talk about camp is when you talk about the landscape and being in Algonquin Park, especially as a new Canadian.
Yes. So camp was such a good introduction to me, not only to the culture, but also to the wonderful Canadian landscapes that we have, Algonquin being one of them. There's something really powerful about being in nature, being surrounded by the beautiful lakes and the forests. It really touches something inside you, and that's something that city kids don't necessarily get to experience, and it's something that's probably the biggest thing that stays with me when I think about camp. It's just the beauty of Algonquin and how I always want to be there.
Yeah, and I just love the drive through the Canadian Shield, let alone on it, right? Just the cuttings are amazing. So, Kate, tell us how people that might be interested in connecting with you can.
Sure. We are all over the web. So canoeheadsforkids.com is our website, and there's all the event information is there. And Twitter, Facebook, we're everywhere these days because we're putting a big push on so that people will know about the event tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So you're going to be busy tomorrow.
And hoping for good weather.
Yes. Well,
fingers crossed.
That's exactly. So very good. Thank you so much for coming in, and all the best with raising funds and getting more kids to have Mina's experience. It sounds like a blast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And whether this weekend has a canoe on your head or whether it has you in a movie theater somewhere, we have lots to talk about. And Brody will be joining us with a look at what's hot in entertainment when we come back. This is What She Said on Sirius XM 167 Canada Talks.